Welcome back to my channel. My name is Jocelyn, and for today's topic, I'm going to discuss the latest US travel restrictions. I'm going to focus my video on the one-day testing requirement. The one-day testing requirement is applicable for all US citizens, permanent residents, and non-US citizens. Before I discuss the one-day testing requirement for all US passengers, let me provide this important information. US citizens and US permanent residents are exempt from the COVID vaccine requirement. This means you are not required to present proof of vaccination. However, there are other requirements for US citizens or permanent residents. You must provide one-day negative testing or proof of recovery from COVID within 90 days of flying. You don't need to present both requirements. If you have been infected with COVID in the last 90 days, you must present proof of recovery within 90 days of flying. But my video is going to focus on the one-day negative testing. If you are a non-US citizen, you must be fully vaccinated. However, there are exemptions. Children below 18 do not need to be vaccinated. Also, if you are covered by specific exemptions. For non-US citizens, you must be fully vaccinated and you must have one-day negative test for 2 years old and above, or you must be fully vaccinated and must present proof of recovery within 90 days of flying. You must present letter and proof of COVID infection. Let me repeat, all US passengers must present either a one-day testing or proof of recovery. Let me focus on the one-day testing. All air travelers, regardless of citizenship or vaccination status, will be required to show a negative pre-departure COVID-19 viral test taken the day before they board their flight to the United States. For example, a passenger whose flight to the United States is at any time on a Sunday would need to have a negative test taken at any time on Saturday. Let's talk about the one-day testing requirement or the window time to take the test. The one-day period is interpreted to be 1 day before the flight's departure. However, the CDC uses a one-day time frame instead of 24 hours to provide more flexibility to the air passenger and aircraft operator. By using a one-day window, test acceptability does not depend on the time of the flight or the time of day that the test sample was taken. Let me discuss the types of tests that are acceptable. Are antigen tests acceptable? What types of tests are acceptable? For example, antigen tests, are they acceptable? The answer is yes. There are several types of antigen tests. Rapid antigen test is acceptable. Also, viral antigen test. There are also other types of antigen test, and please take note of these wordings. What are the types of tests that are acceptable? Nucleic acid amplification test or NAAT. So for example, RT-PCR test is an example of a NAAT type of test. Reverse transcription polymerase chain reaction RT-PCR test. Also, there are other tests that are acceptable. So let me provide you several examples. Isothermal amplification. There are several examples such as NEAR. So please take note of the wordings: TMA, LAMP, HDA, CRISPR, or SDA. These are all acceptable tests. Let's talk about rapid tests. Rapid tests are acceptable if they are a viral test that meet the requirements. There are also questions regarding self-tests. Are self-tests acceptable? Self-tests are acceptable. You can use a self-test, sometimes referred to as a home test, that meets the following criteria. There are several criteria. The first criteria is that the test must be a SARS-CoV-2 viral test, nucleic acid amplification test, NAAT, or antigen test. So you have two options, with emergency use authorization from the U.S. Food and Drug Administration or the relevant national authority where the test is administered. Second requirement is that the testing procedure must include a telehealth service affiliated with the manufacturer of the test that provides real-time supervision remotely through an audio and video connection. So some FDA authorized tests include a telehealth service may require a prescription. Also, the telehealth provider must confirm your identity, observe the sample collection and testing procedures, confirm the test result, and issue a report that meets the requirements of CDC's order. Airlines and other aircraft operators must be able to review and confirm your identity and the test result details. You must also be able to present the documentation of test results to U.S. officials at the port of entry and local or state health departments if requested. Let's talk about the information that must be included in the test. You can either present a paper copy or a digital copy. So it doesn't matter if it's on paper or email or a certification. First requirement, the type of test must be included, indicating it is a NAAT or antigen test. Second requirement, entity issuing the results such as a laboratory, healthcare entity, or telehealth service. So this must be indicated. The third requirement is the sample collection date. A negative test result must show the sample was taken no more than 1 day before the flight, or a positive result for documentation of recovery from COVID-19 must show the sample taken was taken within 90 days before the flight. Fourth, information must show identifiers such as your full name plus at least one other identifier such as your date of birth or passport number. And then you must also indicate the test result. If you have any other questions or comments, please post them down below and I will get back to you as soon as I can. Thank you guys for supporting my channel, and if you haven't liked this video, please give it a big thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe and hit that notification bell. I always welcome new subscribers. Thank you guys for supporting my channel. I hope everyone is staying safe and have a great day.